Hello everyone, this is Tushita Gupta, ACCA affiliate. Welcome to the YouTube channel of BeingACCA. Today we are going to be solving the question called Midhurst Company. Midhurst Company manufactures air conditioning units and is considering an investment in a new unit that will be used in modern office buildings. Advances in technology mean that this unit is more sensitive to changes and variations in temperature, and therefore it can regulate airflow and heating more efficiently. Midhurst Company's competitors currently do not have an equivalent product that can offer these features. Midhurst Company expects to sell 10,000 units over the predicted 5-year life cycle of the unit. The finance director has just prepared the initial costings for the unit as follows. We have the details of all the costs. The finance director plans to use life cycle costing to measure the profitability of the new product. The chief executive has asked for more information about life cycle costing as they are not sure whether it is the right method to use. The production director has reviewed the costings in detail and suggested a couple of changes. They are enthusiastic about the product and believe that the modifications would be made to prolong the product's life, but wonders when the best time would be to make these changes, right? So this is the entire case, and let's come to the first question. According to the life cycle costing method, which two of the following statements regarding the stages of the life cycle are true? Now, first of all, make it a habit to read the question very carefully. We have to be selecting two statements right over here. So we need to be careful while we think of an answer over here. At the introduction stage, further capital expenditure will be needed as production capacity will need to increase to meet demand. This is true because in the introduction stage, you're going to be selling a lot of products. So you will, for selling a lot, you will have to produce a lot, and to produce a lot, a production capacity will be needed, and production capacity can be expanded with capital expenditure, right? So statement A is correct. Moving to statement B, maturity stage occurs when the market has reached saturation point and has bought enough of the product. Now this statement is not correct. This statement is not correct because this statement reflects the decline stage of the life cycle. So this is correct. Coming to C, majority of a product's life cycle costs are determined by decisions which are made at the design and development stage. Now this is true because when you are in the process of designing and developing a product, that is the time when you think about what all features is your product going to have, what all it is not going to have. So you get an idea about how much costs will be incurred in putting all those features into your product. So this makes my statement C correct. Now coming to D, the growth stage when sales will have reached their peak and become stable will be the most profitable stage. This is actually not correct because this reflects the maturity stage. The maturity stage is when the sales have peaked and become stable, and this is the most profitable stage indeed. So my answer is A and C. Coming to the next one. What is the cost per unit of the new air conditioning unit using life cycle costing? Now we will have to use our calculator for this. Let's add all of these costs and divide them by 10,000 to find out our answer. I am going to be adding 6,200 plus 33,450 plus 177,685 plus variable production cost per unit. Now this is per unit, so this will need to be multiplied by the number of units that we have in order to add it with these costs. So I'm going to add 42 multiplied by 10,000, then 98470, then 9. Again this is per unit, so I'm multiplying this by 10,000. Then I'm going to add 10,300. Then I'm going to add 4, which is again have to be multiplied by 10,000. Then I'm going to be adding 7790. This is done. And then 23450. This gives me an answer of Adding all these costs together, I get my answer as, I'm going to put a text box over here. This is 907,345,345, and then I'm going to divide this by 10,000, but since my calculation was already in thousands, so I'm just going to divide it by 10. This will give me my answer as 90734.5, and now we have to round it off to the nearest whole, which will make our answer as D. So this is my answer. Moving on, the production director has suggested the following change for the costing of the new unit. Currently, material costs are 20% of variable production costs per unit. Let me see how much my variable production cost is. Variable production cost is 42. So let me put another text box over here. Right, 42. And if I take 80% of this, I get, sorry, it is actually 20%. This gives me 8400, right? Now it is written that one of the materials used is stainless steel, which is budgeted at 2000 per unit, but an alternative corrosion resistant metal costing 25% less can be used. The production director believes that a 15% discount can be negotiated for the remainder of the materials. Now, let us find out what would be, the 2000, which is the material that costs 2000, we can get it for 25% less. So this becomes 75%, and 75% of 2000 is 1500, right? And then for the remainder of the cost, 8400 minus 2000, that is the remainder of the materials, right? This is 6400, and for this we can negotiate a 15% discount. So 6400 into 85%, because 15% is our discount, we will only have to pay 85%. This becomes 5440. So my total answer is 5440 plus 1500, and this comes out to be 6940. Right, so that becomes my answer. Just going to drag it over here so that it's easier for you to see. Right, moving on to the next one. The production director has also asked about the implications for production planning if the company wishes to extend the product's life cycle. At what stage of the life cycle is the new unit most likely to undergo product developments? Okay, so product developments will usually be done in the maturity phase. This is because maturity phase is the most profitable stage, right? So every business wants to maximize its profits naturally. So they would, introduce some sort of changes in the maturity stage so that this stage of maximum profits lasts longer, so that they're able to make more profits. They can, make enhancements, or they can be adding new features to the product. So this is done in the maturity stage. Now the chief executive wants to be briefed on the advantages of using life cycle costing. Which of the following statements relating to the advantages of life cycle costing are correct? It draws management's attention to all costs related to product which other costing methods usually treat as period costs. Now, this statement is correct because the life cycle costing will help you identify all the costs. You can also see over here that we did not leave any of these costs behind. We took them all into consideration to find out our cost. Now, moving to the second statement, it focuses on measuring a product's cost from concept to withdrawal rather than reviewing costs on a period by period basis. Now, this is also true because from concept to withdrawal, we are considering all the costs right till we are on the process of thinking and brainstorming till we are at the process of ending the product at the time when we will no longer making. So we are considering all these products and we are not taking any annual basis, right? We knew that it was given over here that this is going to be a 5-year life cycle, but we did nothing about it, right? So we are not reviewing on a period by period basis. Okay, now statement 3. It focuses on what consumers are prepared to pay for a product and establishes cost budgets based on expected selling price. This is not what life cycle costing does. This is actually one of the advantages that target costing gives you. Target costing is that kind of costing where we set a selling price that this is the price at which we have to sell, and then we make our cost budgets according to that. So this is not the advantage of life cycle costing. Going to statement 4, it aids understanding of the relationship between decisions at the design stage and the cost of other functions such as marketing. Yes, this is also true because when we are looking at all the stages together, we know that at which stage we will have to incur which sort of marketing or other expenses. So this helps us to understand the relationship between them as well. So 1, 2, and 4 are correct, which makes my answer B. We have come to the end of the question with this question. I hope you found this useful. You can let us know in the comments down below which question do you want me to solve next. Thank you.